What's up YouTube, Koi51 here, time for another video, and this is a kind of special video because I've been meaning to do this for a while, but essentially this video is gonna talk about a theory that I have with what's happening with Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem If. And the thing is, I know like the thing is we haven't heard anything from Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, but I think there's a good reason for that, and that's because it's relating to Shin Megami Tensei If, or better known as the latest in the Fire Emblem series, which is hopefully coming out this year. I really want this game to come out this year. I mean, it's like the original Fire Emblem Awakening, not the original Fire Emblem Awakening on 3DS was projected to only sell 200,000 copies. It actually sold 2 million. So I expect Nintendo to be pushing the Fire Emblem series a lot more now, especially with a lot more dedicated fan base, especially in just in sales numbers alone. But my theory is that so the thing about Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem is that we haven't heard anything from this game for like a while now. I think a year. Like, it's been ages since we've actually heard any sort of news from it. But I think there's good reason for that, and that's relating into the new Fire Emblem, which just got revealed. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a live reaction of the trailer. This was before I started doing live reactions, but trust me, my reaction was just as genuine as like my Persona 1, where I just like I just couldn't. But like the thing is, I wanted to talk about a few things that I think, like a theory that I have running right now, which seems to be kind of coming true the more that I think about it. And it's actually quite simple, actually. I mean, if you're unfamiliar with the Shin Megami Tensei series, it's a Japanese role-playing series made by Atlus, and it's their sort of like their mainline RPG series, with the spin-off being Persona. Even though Persona now is starting to gain more popularity than Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei was the original. It was the it's the umbrella. It's the top sort of it's the top, right? And I'm just going to be switching in and out of trailer so you're not staring at a blank screen. But the thing is that it's in every Shin Megami Tensei game, there's always 3 paths. Now, this may seem irrelevant, but bear with me here. So, in every Shin Megami Tensei game, there's 3 paths, right? It's all your actions, all your conversations in the game lead up to these sort of 3 paths, or 3 endings, if you might say. But if you want to get it too technical, it's 3 ideologies, right? 3 ideologies, which is the ideology of chaos, and the ideology of I think it was control or law. I think it's law, and the neutral path, where you reject both paths. And the thing is, so law is pretty much just we're gonna rebuild. We're gonna destroy this land and rebuild it, right? And the law is to pretty much like I think it's enslave, but to control, to make sure that everyone is like, it's like a dictatorship essentially. So how does this relate into Fire Emblem? Well, we got details of the new Fire Emblem from Mr. Iwata himself during the live stream back when this was first announced. He said that your choices matter, and that all your it's a larger scale and stuff like that. He used a lot of terminology that really it's really open-ended. But what if we took those statements and applied it to this? What if this is the biggest theory for me? What if what if Fire Emblem If takes elements from Shin Megami Tensei? Like, think of it this way. Intelligent Systems has probably been working with Atlus for years now, because they said that the Shin Megami Tensei and Cross Fire Emblem has not stopped development. It's still being developed today. So what if they took some of those elements that they learnt from their time with Atlus and applied it to Fire Emblem? Now there's sort of evidence like in the trailer itself, but essentially once it gets to the next trailer, but like essentially that sort of makes sense, right? That they're shifting focus from Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem to Fire Emblem If, because the Fire Emblem games, like the Fire Emblem game sold so much that I'm sure Nintendo is pushing Intelligent Systems to make a new one, and especially with the new release of the new Nintendo 3DS, it just coincides with please, you need to make another one, right? It sold so well, we need more, right? You guys made a profit. So where does this lead into the Shin Megami Tensei Fury? Well, think of it this way. In this trailer, you can see that there is different factions now. You see there's the West, and then there's the East. Clearly, every Fire Emblem game has always had that. But what if we took that sort of applied it to a Shin Megami Tensei template? So what if the West have the Knights of the Order and marks and stuff like that, want to destroy Eastern culture and rebuild it into a Western culture, right? That sort of aligns with the path of chaos, and with the East, maybe they want to enslave them from coming over, so that to make it the path of law. You know what I mean? It seems to really fit somehow. Oddly enough, it actually fits. The two factions and stuff like that. And what if the dancing girl, this girl right here, maybe she represents the neutral path? I say represents because I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei 4. I've been trying to get through that game. It is quite long, and I can already immediately tell that the female lead, Isabu, is representative of the neutral path. So what if that's the same in this case as well? So, I mean, what if you're playing the game and you can either align yourself with the West and you can align yourself with the East. But what if you don't want any of them and you want to align yourself with the neutral path? That's where you follow this girl. So all of these seem really interesting, because then this is pushing. I don't know. I don't even think it's pushing. I think it's just a really good refinement of the Fire Emblem formula to have it so that you have factions that you can go to, and that just increases replayability, because you go back, you make different choices, and you align yourself with another character to see what their reasoning is for doing the actions they do, which factions are better, and the neutral path and stuff like that. So that's sort of my theory at the moment. I think it's interesting. It would explain why Shin Megami Tensei has not really been talked about. Maybe some of those elements have been brought over to If, or maybe If is sort of a kind of a beta test or something, or a test to see if Fire Emblem can use this sort of formula where it's different factions and a different type of storytelling. Yeah, there's a lot of things, and I'm generally really excited. I hope we hear more news. I mean, this is just a theory. This is my personal theory. I think it just makes sense. I think because with the introduction of 3 really clear factions, really clear, and we're seeing I just see elements of Shin Megami in Fire Emblem, just little elements of it. And especially playing Shin Megami Tensei 4 again, I can see it, I can see some of those elements just being brought over just because they've been working on a game together, And does this possibly mean that we can have some crossover characters? I mean, if you played Awakening, you know that that DLC, the free DLC, or the Street Pass sort of feature, had characters from older part of Fire Emblem games, and it just worked, or you just recruit them, you could use them, they had fun, right? What if we saw some Shin Megami Tensei characters too? I mean, Shin Megami Tensei 4 was released on 3DS, it's exclusive to 3DS. I don't see why not to just have a few characters just pop in as sort of a small little advertisement for Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. And maybe Fire Emblem If has some connectivity with Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. We don't know at this point. But, I mean, we are seeing 2 companies sort of feeding off each other, I think. Which is good. I mean, what if Shin Megami Tensei had like a marriage system? Holy shit, you know? Like imagine if like Shin Megami Tensei 4 had marriage and like relationships and stuff like that. Oh Jesus, not with demons. That's disgusting. I don't want a freaking Mara, like freaking Amara doing it with another demon. Oh Jesus. Oh man, that's nasty, man. But essentially, I'm hoping for more. I'm hoping for more information. We haven't actually heard anything from Fire Emblem or Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem for a while now, and it's kind of sad because I love talking about news, and I just want more news. I want this confirmed. If this is confirmed, Jesus, this is amazing because this just improves the storytelling because you can have multiple replays of a game and not have it being bland because you're working towards a different sort of path. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait for more. I can't wait for more information. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked this little theory video. I think it's true, but that's just me. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. And also, check out my cosplay friend. She's up here. She just started doing a competition, and it would be really appreciated if you like her, vote for her. She works hard on her cosplays, and I've been following her for a while. And you know, just give her a vote right up here. She's really passionate about cosplaying, just as much as I'm passionate about gaming. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and you know, sound off in the comments below. What do you actually think about this theory? Does you think it makes sense, or is it kind of just like, nah, you're crazy. Koi 51, you're crazy. There's no way. I'm like, no, I think it's true. So anyway, sound off, man. Catch you guys later.